Make yourself nice and comfy. So maybe something under the back of your head, maybe something under your knees feels good. And then just let your body soften into the earth. Feel your breath deepen. And feel the belly expand and feel it draw back. And feel the jaw soften, the breath deepen. And feel the belly expand and feel it draw back. Allowing the backs of the knees to soften, allowing the shoulders and the low back to sink down. And slowly wiggle your fingers and toes. Let's reach the arms and the legs nice and long. Stretch super long in your spine. Feel your fingers and your heels press away from you. And then let's walk the feet in toward the body, please. Walk the feet in toward the body. And we're gonna take the, draw the knees in and just give them a nice little hug right here. And then let's spread the toes wide and make some circles in your ankles, one direction and the other. We're gonna place the left foot on the ground and cross the right ankle over the left knee. So you might stay right here. It might feel good to draw the legs in. It might feel good to take that right hand through, that left hand around, or even like press your right elbow into the right inner thigh and press the leg a little away from you. And then feel the shoulders and the back of the head soften. Feel the breath deepen. Inhaling and exhaling. Inhale, feel the belly expand. And exhale, feel it draw back. And feel the belly expand. And feel it draw back. Allow the shoulders, allow the back of the head to soften. We're gonna keep the legs where they are. Just release your hands and take a roll to your left side. And then if it feels okay, that left hand can come to the top of the right foot. And then let your right shoulder open. So I want you to kind of assess if this doesn't feel good in your hips, in your knees, in your low back, then just unwind the legs and stack the knees instead, okay? And feel the breath deepen. Feel the belly expand and draw back, just finding your way here to this place and to this practice. And nowhere else to be with nothing else to do, but just be here. Inhaling and exhaling. And slowly unwind the legs and hug the knees into the body. Give them a nice little sway. And let's place the right foot on the ground, cross the left ankle over the right knee. So you might stay right here. It might feel good to draw the legs in, or even take that left hand through that right hand around. And then let the shoulders soften, feel the breath deepen. And feel the belly expand, feel it draw back. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Deepen the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. We're gonna keep the legs where they are, release the hands, take a roll to your right side, and your right hand might come to the top of the left foot, left shoulder might come out to the left. So you can stay here. If that doesn't feel good in the hips, knees, or low back, then stack the knees instead. And feel the breath deepen. Feel the forehead and the jaw soften. Inhaling and exhaling. Feel the belly expand and feel it draw back. And soften the forehead and soften the jaw. And slowly, slowly, let's unwind the knees and hug those knees into the body. Give them a nice little sway right here. Bring the legs up toward the ceiling, and we're gonna point those toes and we're gonna flex the feet down toward the body. Point the toes and flex the feet. Keep the core engaged, point the toes and flex the feet, and then take your hands behind your knees, bend those knees, roll up to your seat, and let's come all the way to hands and knees. So take your time to get there. Take your time to get there. Plug those hands into the earth, pull the belly in, and we're gonna inhale, press the heart forward and lift through the hips. And exhale, arch the spine toward the sky. So find a few cat-cows right here. Inhale, heart forward, hips lift. And exhale to arch. Inhaling. And exhaling. Beautiful. Inhaling. And exhaling, and then bring the spine back to neutral. Let's keep those hands right under the shoulders. We're gonna tuck the toes, feel the belly pull in and the inner thighs engage, and then lift the knees slightly off the earth and just hover, okay? So your knees are lifted, but they're as close to the ground as you can make them without touching. Pull the belly in a lot. We're gonna lift up and back into a really short down dog. You're gonna let the shoulders soften, bring the head toward the earth, and pull the belly in toward the spine. And then slowly, slowly lower down, and we're gonna hover over the earth. Lengthen the head forward, soften the shoulders, pull the belly in, pull the belly in. And gently press up and back into your downward facing dog. Let the shoulders soften. We'll slowly walk the feet up to the hands. Take your time to get there. Inhale, take a halfway lift at the top. Lengthen the head forward. And exhale, lower your heart to your legs. Drop the hips down, reach those hands back. Feel the butt muscles, feel the hamstrings fire up. Stand all the way up. Take a nice deep inhale. Slide your left hand across the base of the back and tip the right hand over to the left. And then rotate the ribs back, feel the belly pull in. Inhale, reach back through center. Exhale, take the other side. Lovely. Draw your shoulder back, pull the belly in. Inhale, reach through center, soften those knees. And exhale, let's dive forward. Long spine the whole way down. Yep, hinging at the hips. Inhale, take a halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, lower your heart to your legs. Drop the hips down. Reach those hands back. Hold right here. So the shoulders are a little above the hips. Your butt muscles and your hamstrings are firing up. And then use your butt muscles and hamstrings to stand all the way up. Take a deep inhale. I want you to feel those butt muscles engage at the top. Exhale, press your heart toward the ceiling. You might take hands to the tops of the glutes for a little extra support. And then soften the knees and hinge all the way forward. Hinge all the way forward. Lovely. Inhale, take a halfway lift, hands to shins. Exhale, fingertips to the earth. Drop the hips down, reach those hands back, feel the butt muscles engage. Stand all the way up. Take a deep inhale and reach. Take your left hand around the right wrist and exhale, open over to the left. Really nice. Draw your shoulder back a bit more. Inhale, reach through center, and exhale, take the other side. Draw your shoulder back a bit more. Soften the forehead. Inhale, reach through center. So we're feeling those butt muscles engage. You might have hands at the tops of the glutes and press your heart toward the ceiling. Find that little bit of a back bend. Really nice. Slowly come through center and hinge forward. Hinge forward. Inhale, take a halfway lift, hands to shins. Knit the ribs in. Place your hands on the ground. Let's step back to your downward facing dog, please. Soften the shoulders. We'll inhale, slide forward into your plank pose. Feel the inner thighs engage. Head reaches forward. And exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. The knees are nice and soft. Inhale, slide forward into your plank. Feel the inner thighs engage. Beautiful. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Inhale, slide into your plank pose. Beautiful. This time, just bring your knees gently to the earth and press back to your child's pose, please. Yeah. Soften the forehead. Feel your breath deepen. Let's slowly walk the hands over to the left side of the mat. Sink the forehead and feel your right side waist open, so you'll tack your right hip back a little bit more. Walk your hands back through center and over to the other side, over to the other side. Sink the forehead, feel the side waist open, feel your breath deepen. And soften the forehead, soften the jaw, deepen the breath. And slowly walk the hands back through center. Spread the fingers nice and wide. Tuck your toes and press up and back into downward facing dog. Let the shoulders soften and we'll gently walk the feet up to the hands. So take your time to get there. Knees are nice and soft. We're going to take hands to elbows and just let your head hang nice and heavy. Feel the spine get a little bit longer. Bring your fingertips to the earth. Drop the hips down. Reach those hands back. Stand all the way up. Take a nice deep inhale. And exhale, bring your hands through your heart. We'll bring your hands to the hips and we'll step that left foot back. Step that left foot back into a lunge. And I want you to just lift that left heel and then lower the left heel toward the earth. Yeah, lift up and lower down. Really nice. Lift up and lower down. Feel the core engage and lift up. Let's hold at the top here. We're going to bend the right knee, draw the left hip forward, and see if you can press your left hamstring back right here. And then inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Awesome. Let the shoulders soften, pull the belly in. Draw that left hip a little more forward. See if you can bend your right knee just a little bit more. So you might stay here. If it's okay, take the right hand across the base of the back and tip the left hand over to the right. So you're really feeling that engagement in the inner thighs. And then draw the left hip a bit more forward, draw the left shoulder back a bit more. Yes. Nice deep breaths. Inhale, reach the hands through center. Soften those shoulders. Exhale, let's float the hands to the earth. Do you need a blanket under your left knee? We're gonna lower the left knee to the ground. And then inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Soften the shoulders, pull the belly in. Beautiful. See if you can sink your hips a little bit lower. Might be a no. So I want you to assess, how does this feel in my right knee? Do I need to lift up a little bit more to take a little more pressure off my knee? Float your hands to the earth. Lift the left knee up. Ground the left hand and reach that right hand to the sky. Tuck the chin and lengthen the head a bit more forward. And then see if you can draw your right inner thigh a little more inward. Pull the belly in and plug the shoulders into the shoulder sockets. Nice. Deep inhale and lengthen. See if you can press your left hamstring up a little bit higher. Beautiful. Exhale, lower that right hand to the earth. Step your left foot forward. We're going to take hands to elbows, and we're just going to sway the spine side to side. Yes. Let your head get a bit heavier, your breath a bit deeper. Really, really nice. Beautiful. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. And fingertips come to rest on the earth. Drop the hips down, reach those hands back, stand all the way up. Take a nice deep inhale. We're gonna feel the butt muscles engage. Press your heart toward the ceiling, soften the shoulders, and come all the way back through center. Really, really nice. So feet are a little closer than hip width apart. Step your right foot back, and just lift that right heel up and lower the right heel down. Yeah, lift up. You don't need to be too concerned about how bent the left knee is, and lower down. Lift up, lower down, lovely, and lift. We're gonna now bend that left knee a bit more, draw the right hip forward and press the right hamstring back, and then reach the hands to the sky. Yes, soften the shoulders, pull the belly in, knit the ribs in. See if you can bend your left knee a little more, and see if you can press the right hip a little more forward and the right hamstring back a bit more. And then if it feels okay right here, take the left hand across the base of the back, pull the belly in, and tip the right hand over to the left. Rotate the ribs back a bit more. Feel those inner thighs engage. Soften the forehead. Soften the jaw. Deepen the breath. Deepen the breath. Beautiful. Inhale, reach the hands back through center. Exhale, float your hands to the earth. Do you need a blanket under your right knee? Lower the right knee to the earth. And inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Soften those shoulders. Lovely. Sink the hips down a bit more. Pull the belly in. Beautiful. Really nice. Inhale and lengthen. Soften those shoulders. Exhale, see if you can sink the hips a little more. And then float the hands down. Lift the right knee off the earth. Press the hamstring a little higher. Plant that right hand and spin the left hand to the sky. Plug the shoulders in, lengthen the head a little more. Nice deep breaths. Inhale and lengthen. Draw that left inner thigh a little more inward, and exhale. Lower the left hand down. We're going to straighten as best we can into the left leg. And bend the knee. And straighten. And bend. And straighten. And bend. Walk the hands forward. Step your right foot up to meet the left. Yes. Take your hands to your elbows. Let your head get a bit heavier. The knees are nice and soft, so you're not locking them out, okay? And then let's walk the hands a bit forward, and we're just gonna scooch the feet a little bit wider than the mat, a little bit wider than the mat. So you're almost in that wide leg forward fold, but it's not quite. You may be like a couple inches off the mat with both your feet. We're gonna take the right hand a little more center and a little more forward, and we're gonna reach that left hand to the right calf muscle, ankle, or shin, and bend that left elbow. Bring your heart a little closer to your leg. Nice, yeah, find that bit of a twist. Deepen the breath. And bring your left hand a little forward, a little center. Reach the right hand to left calf muscle, ankle, or heel, And bend that right elbow so your heart comes a little bit closer to your legs, maybe not super close. Deepening the breath. And lower the hands. So let's gently walk the feet towards each other or heel toe the feet towards each other. And let's come to hands and knees right here. Come to hands and knees. So you're spreading the fingers nice and wide. I want you to plug those hands into the earth, okay? So you're not moving them, but you're feeling that spin. We're gonna inhale, press that heart forward, lift through the hips. Exhale, arch the spine toward the sky. Really nice. Inhale, heart forward, hips lift. And exhale to arch. Beautiful, beautiful. Inhale, heart forward, hips lift. And exhale to arch. And then bring the spine back through center. Let's lower the belly all the way to the earth. Lower the belly all the way to the earth. Tuck the chin. Reach those arms back. Press the palms up toward the ceiling. Feel the butt muscles and the hamstrings fire up, and we're gonna lift the chest, the arms, and the legs. Bring the head a little more forward. Feel the butt muscles and the hamstrings engage. Beautiful. See if you can press the palms up a little higher. It might be a no, okay? And then try to keep that neck in line with the spine. So you're trying not to arch the neck back, not to drop the neck either. Let's bring the elbows to a 90-degree angle to those goalpost arms, and then lower your body and lower the left cheek to the ground. Relax the glutes. And slowly reach those arms back. Press the palms up toward the ceiling. Once more, tuck the chin. Begin lifting the chest, lifting the arms, lifting the legs. See if your palms can press a little higher. See if your toes can roll a little closer, your heels a little further, and then feel those butt muscles fire up. Feel those butt muscles fire up. So you're using those butt muscles to help you lift even a little bit higher. Fabulous. You're doing great. Really, really nice. Elbows wide, bring the right cheek to the earth and relax everything, including those butt muscles. Hands under the shoulders, press up to hands and knees. Press up to hands and knees. Walk those hands a bit forward, tuck your toes, and press up and back into downward facing dog. Let the shoulders soften and gently pedal your feet right here. Nice deep inhale. Deep exhale. And slowly, slowly, we're gonna walk the feet up to the hands. So take your time to get there. Take your hands to your elbows and just sway the spine side to side. Let your head get a bit heavier. And then bring fingertips to the earth. Drop the hips down, reach those hands back, stand all the way up. Take a nice deep inhale and reach. Slide your right hand down your leg, reach the left hand over to the right, rotate the ribs back, pull the belly in. Inhale, come back through center, and exhale, take the other side. Rotate the ribs back, pull the belly in, nice deep breaths. Inhale, reach through center, and take your hands right to the hips. Step your left foot back. Spin the left heel to the earth. We're gonna bend the right knee, draw the left hip forward, yep. And inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Let the shoulders soften. See if you can bend your right knee a bit more. Pull the belly in and knit those ribs in. Lovely. Take a deep inhale. And exhale, sink the hips down a little more. Fabulous, really nice. Press that left hamstring back a bit more. Take your elbows wide. Press your heart toward the ceiling, knit the ribs in. See if you can bend your right knee a bit more and then draw the elbows together. So you're gonna widen across the back of the shoulders. You're feeling the core stay nice and engaged. Lovely. Inhale, draw those elbows wide. Find a little bit of a back bend right at the top of the spine. And exhale, draw the elbows together, widen the shoulders, bend that right knee, pull the belly in. Inhale, widen the elbows out. Reach the hands to the sky and see if you can press those fingers back, pull the belly in. Lovely. Bend your right knee a bit more, soften the shoulders. Beautiful. And then come back through center step. That left foot forward. Take hands to the hips and just hula hoop your hips one direction and the other direction. Lovely. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. We're gonna step that right foot back. Step that right foot back. So bend the left knee, draw the right hip forward, press that right hamstring back. And then inhale, reach the hands to the sky, warrior one. Soften the shoulders. Let's see if we can bend the left knee a little bit more. See if you can draw your right hip a bit more forward and the right hamstring back and really feel that grounding through the outside edge of the right foot, okay? Yes. Take those elbows wide, pull the belly in, press your heart forward. So finding that little bit of a back bend in the upper spine, but your core is engaged and your hips are super strong. Draw the elbows together, feel the shoulders widen across the back and find that little bit of a cat back, okay? Inhale, draw the heart forward, heart shines toward the ceiling. Nice deep breaths. Exhale, draw the elbows together, widen the shoulders across the back. Inhale, draw that heart forward, really nice. And exhale to widen. Inhale forward once more, reach the hands to the sky. Press your heart toward the ceiling and draw that right hip a little more forward. Bend your left knee a bit more. And step that right foot forward. Take hands to the hips or somewhere else and hula hoop your hips one direction and the other direction. Inhale, reach the hands all the way to the sky. Let the shoulders soften. Exhale, dive your heart forward, dive your heart forward. Inhale, take your halfway lift, hands to shins. Place your hands on the ground and step your feet back to downward facing dog. Let the shoulders soften. Feel the breath deepen. Really, really nice, my friends. And then gently pedal the feet. Drop one heel to the ground and the other. And soften the forehead. Beautiful. Really nice. And then bring your knees to the ground and press back to your child's pose, please. Press back to your child's pose, please. Yeah. And feel the forehead and the jaw relax. Feel the breath deepen. Really nice. And inhaling and exhaling. And soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Deepen the breath. Deepen the breath. Let's slowly, slowly press up to hands and knees. Press up to hands and knees. Ground into that left hand. So ground into both your hands. And let's just find some circles in your hips, one direction. And circle out the other direction. Pull the belly in. And then I want you to ground into that left hand and we're gonna reach the right hand up to the sky. See if you can draw your right shoulder back a bit. Pull the belly in, trying to keep those hips pretty even though, okay? Try not to lift the right hip as you draw your right shoulder back. And then draw your right arm through the left. Place your right shoulder and your temple to the ground, and it might feel good to press into the left hand and just draw the left shoulder back. So you're going to be a little uneven in the weight of the knees. The right knee is probably going to be pressing into the earth a little more than the left, but try to keep the hips fairly even, okay? Feel the breath deepen. And slowly come back up through center. Come back up through center. Any movement that your spine might want. Feel the core engage. We'll reach that left hand to the sky. So see if you can draw your left shoulder back while keeping your hips pretty even, that sacrum pretty even. And then draw your left hand under your right. Bring your shoulder and your temple to the ground. Press your right hand into the earth and draw your shoulder back. Yes, lovely. Feel the breath deepen. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Deepen the breath. And slowly press up to hands and knees, finding any movement that your spine might want, deepening the breath. We'll walk the hands a little forward, tuck the toes, and press up and back, downward facing dog. Let the shoulders soften, and then gently walk your feet up to your hands. We're gonna, at the top of the mat, I want you to bring your big toes to touch and your heels just a little bit away from each other. And then feel those inner thighs engage, and we'll sink the hips back, and bring your hands to your heart in that chair pose, okay? Yep. See if you can sink your hips down a little more and feel those inner thighs engage a lot. Yes. And then see if it's okay to spin the heart over the right leg. You might stay here. It might feel okay to hook that left elbow around the right knee. You're gonna try really hard to keep the knees together. Your left knee is gonna wanna creep forward, okay? Soften the shoulders, spine is long. Beautiful. Slowly come back through center. Inhale, stand all the way up. Reach the hands to the sky. Let the shoulders soften. Exhale, bring your hands back through your heart and then sink back down into that chair. Yes. Inner thighs are squeezing together. If it's okay, spin over the left leg. You might stay here. You might bring the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. So you're trying really hard to keep the knees together. That right knee is going to want to creep forward. Deepening the breath. And slowly, slowly unwind. Inhale, reach the hands to the sky. Feel the butt muscles fire up. Exhale, press your heart toward the ceiling. The hands slide back, the shoulders slide down the back. And then bring your hands all the way through your heart. Lovely, lovely. Take those feet. Let's face the wide way on the mat and take those legs nice and wide. Toes point toward, or in line with the knees. And then we're gonna bring the right toes forward. The left toes in just a little bit. Bend that right knee, And then I want you to notice where your hips are in space or where your shoulders are in space. So if your shoulders came forward, draw those shoulders back so they're stacked on the knee again, or on the hips. Reach those arms long, plug the shoulders in, get a little taller. Lovely. Pull the belly in, nice deep breaths. Slide your left hand across the base of the back. We're gonna spin the right palm up and reach it toward the back of the room. And then rotate the right ribs and see if you can bend your right knee a little bit more. Yes. Deepening the breath. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowly come all the way back through center. We're gonna bring the right elbow to the thigh, reach the left arm over the ear, rotate the ribs back and see if you can sink your hips down a little bit more. Beautiful. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw, deepen the breath. Inhale, slowly come back through center. Straighten that right leg. Slide the left hand down the leg. Reach that right hand back. And then we're gonna pivot the right toes and bring them forward and come all the way through center right here. So your chest is facing forward, your toes and knees are facing forward. Take hands right to the hip creases. Hinge forward, hinge forward. Place your fingers on the ground. Inhale, lengthen the head forward, soften the shoulders. Ground your left hand in the earth. Reach that right hand to the sky. Plug the shoulders into the shoulder sockets. Pull the belly in. Nice deep breaths. Lower the right hand to the earth and reach the left hand to the sky. Draw your shoulder back, pull the belly in. And lower that left hand to the earth, bend the knees quite a bit, and we're just gonna roll all the way up to standing. Roll all the way up to standing, lovely. Take the hands to the tops of the glutes. Feel those butt muscles engage and press your heart toward the ceiling right here. Draw the hips a bit more forward. Slowly come back through center. We're gonna bring the left toes forward, the right toes in a bit, bend the left knee, yep, and then work to stack those shoulders on top of the hips. Reach the arms out, plug the shoulders in, get a little taller, lovely, lovely. Inhale and lengthen. Exhale, we're gonna slide the right hand across the base of the back and spin the left palm back. Rotate the ribs, bend your right knee a little bit, or your left knee a little bit more, yes. Inhale, come back through center. Exhale, bring your left elbow to your thigh, right arm reaches over the ear. Sink the hips down, soften the shoulders, pull the belly in. Nice. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Inhaling and exhaling. Slowly come back through center. Straighten that left leg. Slide the right hand down the leg. Reach the left hand back. Rotate the ribs. Pull the belly in. Nice deep breaths. And turn your left toes forward carefully. Bring that chest back through center. Get a little taller. Inhale here. Exhale. Dive forward. Dive forward. Inhale, lengthen halfway. So you might stay here, or you might bend the elbows and walk your hands toward your legs, okay? So let the shoulders soften. Feel the breath deepen. Feel the belly expand and feel it draw back. And walk the hands forward and just heel toe your feet together. Heel toe your feet together. And then slowly, let's drop the hips toward the earth. Reach those hands back, stand all the way up. Take a deep inhale and reach. You can face me or you can stay where you are. Exhale, hands to your heart, ground into your left foot. Kickstand the right heel or bring your foot to your calf or all the way up to your thigh. Get a little taller. Maybe even like pushing that right leg back a little bit if that feels okay in the hips. And then reach the hands to the sky, soften the shoulders. Find a spot to stare at, preferably one that does not move. And then just come back to your deep inhales, your deep exhales. Feel the tongue fall away from the roof of the mouth. Feel your breath deepen. Maybe noticing if you find that little wiggle in the left ankle. Noticing without judging. See if you can engage your left butt muscle a little bit more and press the left inner thigh into the right foot a little more. You're doing great. And then bring hands to rest at your heart. Lower that right foot to the earth and just find a hula hoop or something else that feels good. What does your body want right now? Switching directions if you are doing one direction. Ground into your right foot, pull the belly in, kickstand the left heel, or bring your foot to your calf or up to your thigh. Draw the left knee back. Reach the hands to the sky, soften the shoulders, pull the belly in. So find that spot to stare at if that feels good. And then really feeling that right butt muscle and inner thigh engage, the right inner thigh press into the left foot. Soften the shoulders a little more if you can. Pull the belly in, yes. Feel the core engage. Nothing wrong with wiggling. There is never anything wrong with falling over. Feel the breath deepen. The forehead and the jaw soften. Inhaling. Exhaling. Inhaling. And bring your hands to rest at your heart. Lower your left foot to the ground and find any movement that your body might want. Any movement that your body might want. So really honoring this space that you're in right now. Gently inhale and reach those hands to the sky. Let the shoulders soften. Pull the belly in and dive that heart forward. Dive that heart forward. Inhale, halfway lift, hands to shins. Place your hands on the ground. Let's step to hands and knees. Come to hands and knees and then come all the way to your belly when you're ready. Sink the pelvis into the earth. If it feels okay, we're going to interlace the fingers at the base of the back. We're going to press the palms together and then feel the butt muscles engage. Lift the pinkies, lift the chest, and see if the quadriceps will come up a little bit more. So they do not need to come off the ground, but maybe they can get a little bit lighter. Maybe I can bring my hamstrings up a little bit higher. And feel the butt muscles engage, feel the shoulders soften, feel the breath deepen. And soften the forehead, soften the jaw. And lower down, elbows wide. Bring the left cheek to the earth and relax. And slowly, slowly reach those hands back. Interlace fingers so the opposite thumb is on top, palms together. Straighten the elbows, lift the chest, lift the pinkies, lift the legs. Roll the toes a little closer, knit the ribs in, pull the belly in. Nice deep inhales. See if you can lift the pinkies a little higher. Nice deep exhales. And soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Deepen the breath. Deepen the breath. Release, elbows wide, bring the right cheek to the earth and relax. And hands come under the shoulders, press up to hands and knees, press up to hands and knees. Let's bring the hips to one side, swing the legs forward and come to your spine, or just flip over if that feels better for you. And then hug the knees into the body. Give them a nice little sway right here. If Feel the shoulders soften down. Let's find a happy baby right here. So the feet come up, hands might come behind the backs of the knees. That might feel best. Maybe to the ankles or the inside or outside of feet, or it might feel best to hug the knees into the body instead. So what feels really, really nourishing in my body right now? What can I do to make it feel good? Feel the breath deepen. Soften the forehead and soften the jaw. We're going to gently place your left foot to the ground, and I want you to cross your right calf muscle over the left knee, the right calf muscle. So you're like kind of in between that ankle and the knee, and then this might be where you stay, or if it feels okay, you might draw the legs in and take your arms around the outsides of the legs. I like to take my hands to the backs of my knee, but you can take it to the front of your knee also. So this might be where you stay, or if it feels okay, see how it feels to tip slightly to the left. See if that finds a little more opening in the hip. If it doesn't, or if it feels like you are pulling, don't do it, please. And feel the tongue fall. Feel the breath deepen. Soften the forehead and soften the jaw. Inhaling and exhaling. And slowly, slowly come back through center. Take your time. Lower the left foot, lower the right. And then let's cross the left shin on top of the right knee. So you might stay here. If it feels okay, you might interlace your fingers, let the shoulders soften. If it's okay, you might tip a bit to the right. Feel the breath deepen. Soften the forehead, soften the jaw. Slowly back through center, unwind the legs, just let the knees sway side to side. And take a gentle roll to your left side, stacking the knees and the hips, and then let your right shoulder open into your twist, closing into the eyes. And feel your body soften. Do you need something in between the knees, under the shoulder? And feel the breath deepen. Inhaling and exhaling. And slowly, slowly bring the knees into the body. Give them a little hug and a little sway. And then take a roll to your right side, stacking knees and hips. Let your left shoulder open. Do you need something in between your knees or under your shoulder? And feel the breath deepen. And feel the belly expand and feel it draw back. And slowly, slowly bring the knees into the body. Give them a little hug. And lower your arms and your legs for your Shavasana. So perhaps legs up the wall feels really good. Maybe legs on a couch. Maybe something under your head or under your knees. Or perhaps coming to your belly or to your side. What feels nourishing right now? What position can I put myself in so that I can release and relax as easily as possible? Feel your body soften. Feel your breath deepen. Inhaling and exhaling. Deepening inhales and deepening exhales. Gently wiggling fingers and toes. And then slowly walking your feet in toward your body. And taking a gentle roll to your right side. And pressing all the way up to your seat, bringing your hands to rest at your heart, closing into the eyes. And then bringing to your hands and bringing to your heart something that you are grateful for. And honoring that gratitude by carrying it with you into your day, into your week. The light in me sees the light in each of you. Namaste. Have a lovely Tuesday, everyone, and a fabulous week. This class is on